Hello and a very warm welcome on this lovely summer's day. I must just say before we start what a real pleasure it was seeing one of our most famous Magic Circle members on telly, not just last night, but the night before as well. Of course, it was the great Fergus Ancorn. I had some lovely evenings with him. He's the chap, for those of you who don't know, that survived the Japanese torturous ways during the last World War for being able to do magic and magic with food to get extra rations for the other prisoners there. If you want to see his life story, it's on film and it's just great. I remember, feeling so privileged each time I go to the Magic Circle. Only can go 2 or 3 times a year nowadays because obviously we're so busy. I remember one particular one, and this is just a normal evening. If you get there early, one of the senior magicians there will be giving a talk on what's inspired him, and it was Paul Gordon. I remember it quite clearly. Gave us a lovely chat about his favourite books that led him into the world of magic. And as I said, I got there early and there was just another magician sitting there, and it was Michael Vincent. How incredible was that? So I went up into the front row and I said, "Oh, good evening, Michael. Is it okay if I sit next to you?" And he just looked at me and just said, "It would be my pleasure." How cool is this magician? How cool is he? I think if he'd have wanted to be, he would have been the first black James Bond. Terrific. So we have a wonderful lecture. I go out and have a drink at the bar, and you've got David Penn showing people how to pull a finger off and put it back in again. Marvin Burglass has shown a new twist on dynamic coins, and this is just going on before we even get to the main show. But this is the chap that I love to chat with there, a real lovely gentleman, Fergus Angle. He was there on the night that Tommy Cooper auditioned for the Magic Circle, so we shared some fun stories about that. So there he is. I just wanted to say that. Now, this is one of the first tricks that I captured my imagination, and it's really to do with the gambling theme. It's the oldest trick in the book. It's where you have a cup and a ball, or a pea, and what happens is the magician takes the ball, puts it in his hand, taps it on there, and it goes from there and comes back underneath there, like that. And that's what happens. He just keeps putting it in there like that, tapping that, it goes from there and comes back underneath there. That captured my imagination when I saw the lads playing the street game with the 3 shells and the pea, and you had to guess which one it was under. That was really good. I never dreamt for one moment that I would get awarded the golden shells from the Secret Square and their Scoundrels and Scumbags night. But that's a different story. As I said, this is the first trick that I learned, and I was to find out all about marks. Now, marks is what the Americans call the mug, the punter, and that's where you've got to have a bit of leverage there to get them. So I used matchboxes because we didn't have walnut shells, we were ever so poor. So I had matchboxes because there was plenty of those around, because my dad smoked like a trooper as he was. In fact, I thought he was a magician, because every time the room a door opened, a puff of smoke would be there, and in would walk my dad through the smoke, puffing away. But anyway, in these matchboxes, you would hide something. It's just a little game here. And I take them out like this because I've got hidden in there I even fool myself here. Aha! A dice. This is the green pea, you see. And what you've got to do, you've got to work out which one it's under. And I used to get my mum in on this. I used to say, Mum, can I have a little bit of a gamble here for a farthing? And I said, look, Mum, I'm going to put it underneath there like that, pop that on there like that, and do this. And all you've got to do, Mum, is guess where the dice is. Now, if you'd been following, you would see it's quite obvious that it's there. And Mum would say, right, I'm up for that, and down would come the pennies. And I'd say, okay, then I might have to do a secret move now, Mum. Now, and again, if you were following that closely, you would see it was there, but of course, it didn't go there, it went there. And my mum would say, do that again. And I said, well, a magician can't repeat his trick, Mum, unless you pay for another penny. Another penny would come down, or a farthing, should I say. And I said, right, you remember where it is? Do you remember where it is? Is it there or there? There it is. So we go around like this. And it should be there, shouldn't it? But no, it wasn't there, it was there. Right, she said, okay then. I said, don't go yet, Mum. I can do other magical things with this. Watch this. If I pop that on there, Mum, and pick this up and just put it underneath it there, I can clap and clap and take it off from there, and it's under there like that. Pretty cool, eh? I said, look, if I even put it in my pocket and put this one there, that one there, and that, it came back. Just like that. Just crazy, Mum, crazy. And she said to me, do you know what, Clive? I think you've been using more than one dice. I said, Mum, I wouldn't do that, would I? It would be cheating. I used 3. And she said, oh, Clive, you're ever so naughty. No wonder we can't play snakes and ladders. I said, oh, we can't play Ludo either, Mum, because I got the red dice as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that, Fergus. And I'll see you all again tomorrow.